Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz continuing their campaign blitz. At a rally in Michigan last night, Harris clashed with ceasefire protesters. Meantime, Republican VP candidate J.D. Vance is turning up his attacks on Walz, criticizing his comments about his military service. Here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, crisscrossing the Midwest, starting in Wisconsin, then rallying a packed house of 15,000 supporters in Detroit, in the must-win state of Michigan.
Good evening, Detroit!
Harris facing her first handful of protesters since she became the Democratic nominee, repeatedly interrupting her remarks, calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. The vice president responding.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Hours earlier in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Harris and Walz campaigning in the same city as former President Donald Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance, who spotted the vice president's plane, Air Force Two, on the tarmac.
I just wanted to check out my future plane.
Vance on offense. The senator and Iraq veteran accusing Walz of lying about his military service, seizing on this moment the Harris campaign posted on X.
And we can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at.
What was this weapon that you carried into war, given that you abandoned your unit right before they went to Iraq? Do not pretend to be something that you're not.
Walz served in the Army National Guard for 24 years, and while he often mentions his service, he has never claimed to have seen active combat. The Harris campaign not addressing Walz's comments that he carried a gun in war, saying only he carried, fired, and trained others to use weapons of war innumerable times, and that the governor would never insult or undermine any American's service to this country. In fact, he thanks Senator Vance for putting his life on the line for our country.
Meantime, Trump has spent the last few days off the campaign trail, out of the public eye. That is expected to change today after Trump announced he's holding a press conference this afternoon at Mar-a-Lago. Meantime, Harris and Walz will have another campaign appearance today in Michigan. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.